Now, why is it we should be concerned about these upstarts? It really comes down to three basic reasons. One is they look at customer value differently than most firms coming from the West or from Europe. First of all, they occupy the low-cost position in most marketplaces, and low-cost position always has a position in a marketplace. They can learn from what they see in the West, raise their quality standards, and significantly strengthen their position as a low-cost producer, both in their own domestic market and increasingly abroad. Secondly, these companies think differently about the trade-off between price and features within their products. We're used to commanding significant premiums for improvements in product features and functionality. A lot of these upstart companies are willing to charge much smaller premiums for advances within their product. The effect will be to flatten the price feature curve and to make it much more difficult for us to sustain price premiums for more advanced products. Third, these companies don't just want to join us. They want to beat us at our own game. They're not looking to become a member of the club. They're looking to take over the club. They are bound and determined to become market leaders on a global basis, and nothing less, I think, for many of them, will satisfy them. So there's a whole series of things to worry about because they look at customer value and they aggressively pursue customer value in a different way than we have in the past. The second reason to be concerned about these upstart companies is because of their perspective on shareholder value. We know that American and European firms are held to a fairly tight drumbeat of profitability by the stock market, by their owners. These companies have the advantage of thinking much longer term than we do because they value market share over profitability much of the time. They know that where they are today bears no relationship to what their ambition is as to who they want to be tomorrow. And therefore, they're oftentimes willing to forego profits in the pursuit of market share. Furthermore, they often have advantages within their home market. The advantages may be subtle or they may be quite overt, but their home markets are the fastest growing markets on earth. So in their home court, they have some significant advantage that can turn into advantages of profitability and share gain. Finally, when it comes to the people aspect of the business, the employee value, we should not underestimate how sophisticated these firms are at pursuing our business. These folks are as smart as we are. They're more dedicated and more motivated than we are. They're not encumbered by old practices, and they're learning at a very fast pace. So in conclusion on this, we've got to think about the fact that we're in contention for market leadership of a globalizing economy, not just with the other familiar characters that we've competed with all around the world in the past, but we're increasingly going to be in contention with some very innovative, very modern, very sophisticated, and highly motivated competitors coming out of India, out of China, out of Brazil, and other places. That's who we got to take on as our markets start to globalize.